Hi, so I'm here today with my fourth part of a series on being an ethical consumer and how that relates to us being an ethical business. And today I'm talking about food and friends. Um, and we obviously we don't deal in food as a business, but the business is essentially me and John Blake, and we do need food. So it kind of comes into it. It's supporting us while we work. And it's a really great place as well to start your journey as an ethical consumer, because there's quite a lot of good information and good alternative sources of food out there, which I'm going to tell you about now. And it's really important because we all eat food pretty much every day, and food is the way it's produced and sold is a massive problem for the planet because it's using all kinds of poisons, destroying habitats and important environments, taking water off the land, polluting the land, destroying the soil, poisoning the farmers. Often I was reading this week an article where they tested farmers in Britain, and they'd got these really horrible cocktails of pesticide chemicals inside them. And then you've got the issues for the farmers. Farmers are obviously just trying to feed us and do a difficult job. The supermarkets don't pay them fair prices. Supermarkets are full of plastic. If you just stand in one aisle of our local supermarket, one aisle, and try and take in the amount of plastic in that one aisle today, multiply that by all the aisles in the store, all the stores in our fairly small city, and you've already got more plastic than you can comprehend. And that then goes worldwide. And really, you wonder why there aren't more plastic mountains in the world. It's just insane, the amount of packaging. So, yeah, food is a big problem. And these things are problems for your health too. The poisons in your food, the plastic in your food, the poor nutritional quality of the food that you're getting, and the fact that you're probably being ripped off for it as well. So it's a great place to start, and there's lots of good alternative ways to get your food that will probably taste better and be more healthy, and it'll be a bit more enjoyable because you'll have a bit more contact with the people who are actually growing it, and a bit more knowledge and understanding of where it's coming from. I mentioned the Soil Association before, and they are a really good place to start. I would also recommend Riverford Organics. You don't have to buy from them. I don't. And you don't have to agree with everything, but they have done a lot of research about farming, about packaging, and ways to distribute food, ways to get a fair deal for farmers, ways to look after the environment for the future whilst producing food. They've done some really good stuff. That's another great place to start. Another thing that I would recommend is that you see if you've got a local health food or real food or organic food shop. You might not have. We have, but it's a little bit of a way away. But they're often a great place to start on a general ethical consumer's journey because they'll have loads of products and brands in there, not just food, but cleaning things and household things, personal care, that you will never have heard of, that are trying to do things differently, trying to use different materials, trying to avoid plastic packaging, trying to make things sustainable, recyclable, biodegradable, non-toxic for you to use. So, and they also will have a lot of information on other things, networks of other environmental interests, if you've got health problems, alternative things that you might try to help with that. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor, I'm just saying things that might help. So I think if you've got one of those, an independent health food or local food shop, then do go, make a start there. There are other ways that you can get food direct from farmers as well. Things like weekly veg boxes. I mentioned Riverford. There's also Avon Cole. We have a really good local scheme that comes from organic fruit and veg wholesaler in Manchester that brings in really fresh pesticide-free food from farms all over the country and delivers it to us within a very short space of time. It's the freshest stuff I've ever seen, and it's very reasonably priced. If you've got to like cooking to have a veg box, but it is a good thing to do. If you like cooking, I think you'll learn to like new veg. You'll have just such wonderfully fresh food, packaging free. Yeah, it can really transform the way you eat and how much you enjoy your food. Another thing you can try is crowd farming. That's a new thing where farmers from Europe deliver bulk fruit and vegetables when they're in season. They deliver them to Britain by delivery. It is very good. You have to have quite a large quantity, so you need a big family or a big freezer or to like preserving. And it's not the cheapest service, but it is fair pay for the farmers. It is helping them in Europe, which we rely on for a lot of crops like tomatoes, peaches, mangoes, avocados, a lot of things that here in Britain we eat a lot, but we can't grow ourselves, or at least not most of the year. And they're having a lot of problems with climate change down there and other things, and it is helping farmers. The quality is very good. That's something that you can investigate, say, if you haven't got a veg box. There are also farmers markets now in a lot of places in the UK where farmers are coming to sell direct. They're absolutely great. And you can meet the people who are producing your food and get some feeling about whether you trust them and you think their product is a good one that you'd want to buy. You can ask them some questions. It's a really nice thing to do. Yeah, we're also part of something else that you might not have heard of, and that's a Suma group. Suma is a Whole Foods cooperative based in the northwest of England. They're a wholesaler. They sell to the kinds of small independent health food shops that I was telling you about earlier, but they do facilitate selling to groups. Well, it's been going for 40 odd years now, this group that we're in. Group of people who got together to buy wholesale from Suma. They also share recipes, share the produce if, say, the wholesale thing is too big for one person. Get involved occasionally with other eco groups doing different activities. And that is a very good way to buy food. You have a good range of ecological things to explore, and you're able to buy at wholesale prices, which is really nice, and you meet other people. So yeah, so that's food, and it's a great place to start because it leads you to meet other people and be healthier, possibly even save some money. Yeah, I mean, you can Google as well, well, maybe not Google, DuckDuckGo, to find out what's going on in your area. There are other bodies like Women's Environmental Network is a really good body. Permaculture is a really interesting thing as well. They have a society, again, I'll put the link in. They have a magazine, and there's some good books on permaculture as well. If you've never heard of it, it's a kind of complete system of living, a sort of little ecology of your own you create where you're considering what's happening to the heat and energy, the water that you're using, the food waste that you're producing, the waste even from your own body, how that's all being cycled by nature and how you're part of that and how you can live as part of that. There's lots of really great innovative stuff going on there, and I'm really sad to say that it's been going on for a long time and not really much more mainstream. And if you want a day out, you can also go to the Centre for Alternative Technology in Machynlleth in Wales. But again, they've been working on all these kind of alternative technologies and ways of living for a long time. It's a really interesting day out. They've got courses you can join, I think online and in person, and again, contacts you can make. It's just really inspiring. Stimulates your imagination and your enthusiasm to make a change, do something different, live differently, and know it can be done. Which we all need that hope. I was talking earlier about not feeling despairing, and we all need to know that there is some hope of some kind, even if it never happens, that there is a better way of doing things. It's really nice to know. So I recommend the Centre for Alternative Technology in Machynlleth. I'll put a link to that in too. So tomorrow I'm going to be talking about transport and utilities, and then we'll have one final subject to wrap up the series. See you tomorrow.